Emotions are more than just feelings, they are energy in motion, carrying a frequency that can shape the world around us. Every emotion we experience sends out waves of energy, affecting not only our own body but also the environment and people we interact with. This energy can either uplift, inspire, and draw people closer to us, or it can repel and create distance. It's important to understand that emotions aren't just random reactions to external events. They are deeply connected to our internal state. When you feel a certain way, your body emits energy that others can subconsciously sense. If you're filled with joy, confidence, or love, people around you can feel that, even if they're not fully aware of it. Likewise, if you're consumed by fear, anxiety, or sadness, your energy will transmit those vibrations too. When you consciously shift your emotional state, you're also shifting the energy you project to the world. This is why emotions are so powerful. It's not just about what you say or do, it's about the energy you carry with you and how it influences those around you. For example, when someone walks into a room exuding positivity, others feel it even before they speak. It creates a magnetic pull. The same holds true when you move with a sense of calm, strength, or warmth. Others pick up on that energy and are naturally drawn toward it. In relationships, this emotional energy is even more profound. When you're emotionally charged in a positive, grounded way, people find themselves thinking about you more often, even when you're not physically present. It's the energy of your emotions that lingers with them. This is why, when you make a conscious effort to shift your own emotional state, you can create a lasting imprint on those around you. It leaves them with a feeling that they can't quite shake, and this, over time, can make them miss your presence. It's not about playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about being the best version of yourself, radiating the energy of who you truly are and watching how it influences others. Every person vibrates at a certain frequency, a unique combination of emotions, thoughts, and beliefs that form your energetic signature. This frequency is constantly interacting with the world around you, attracting or repelling different experiences, people, and situations. Just like radio stations broadcast different frequencies, your energy broadcasts a unique signal that others can pick up on, often without even realizing it. Your frequency is shaped by your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. But here's the key. This frequency isn't fixed. It's flexible, fluid, and can be consciously adjusted when you begin to shift your internal state, changing your thoughts, elevating your emotions, and embracing new beliefs. You begin to alter the frequency you project into the world. Imagine it like tuning a radio dial. When you change the station, you start hearing a completely different set of frequencies, a different set of experiences. The same happens with your own energy. By consciously shifting your internal state, you adjust your frequency, and as a result, you start attracting different things into your life. This might include people who resonate more with your new energy, opportunities that align with your new mindset, or experiences that reflect the higher frequency you've cultivated. The most powerful part about shifting your frequency is that it doesn't require you to do anything external to get started. It all starts from within. You don't need to wait for the outside world to change before you do. It's the opposite. When you elevate your frequency, the world around you starts to shift accordingly. This is one of the most profound and liberating realizations. You have the ability to be the catalyst for your own transformation. The more you focus on raising your vibration through positive thoughts, gratitude, self-love, and inner peace, the more magnetic you become. People are naturally drawn to high-frequency energy because it's uplifting, inspiring, and makes them feel better about themselves. They might not know why, but they will feel that magnetic pull. By shifting your frequency, you not only transform how you feel and perceive the world, but you also transform how the world perceives and interacts with you. And when you make that shift, it's impossible not to be noticed, leaving a lasting impression on everyone you meet. Detachment is a concept that might seem counterintuitive, especially when it comes to relationships. The idea of letting go or stepping back often feels like it would push someone away. However, in reality, detachment is one of the most powerful forces that can draw someone closer to you. When you detach from the outcome of a relationship or any situation, you create space for genuine connection to develop. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you are no longer attached to the need for things to unfold in a specific way on your timeline or under your control. It's about releasing the desperate need for validation or approval and instead trusting that everything will unfold as it should. When you detach, you are no longer investing your energy in clinging or chasing. You allow the other person to see you for who you truly are, without any pressure or expectation. This absence of desperation is incredibly magnetic. People feel drawn to those who aren't trying to manipulate, control, or force anything to happen. There's a natural sense of ease that comes with detachment, and it creates a space of freedom in relationships. This freedom allows the other person to reflect on their own feelings and desires without feeling cornered or overwhelmed. When you stop pursuing or forcing your presence, you give them the space to truly miss you, appreciate you, and value what you bring to the table. Detachment also signifies self-worth. It shows that you are confident enough to stand on your own, independent of anyone else's approval. This in turn elevates your own sense of value in their eyes. When you no longer seek to impress or win someone over, you become someone who is respected and admired not out of need, but out of genuine attraction to your essence. People often appreciate what they can't have immediately, and by detaching, you create that intrigue and mystery that can make someone miss you more deeply. Furthermore, detachment doesn't mean you are indifferent or cold. It simply means you're not trying to force a specific result. It's about finding peace within yourself and not allowing the outcome of your interactions to dictate your emotional state. This shift in perspective allows you to let go of fear, anxiety, or worry that might have been clouding your ability to connect in a meaningful way. When you detach, you free yourself and others from the weight of expectations, allowing a healthier and more authentic relationship to unfold. This subtle shift in energy is what makes someone yearn for your presence when you're not around, because your absence creates a space where they can reflect on the quality of your connection and feel its impact more deeply. Inner transformation is the most profound and lasting change you can make, and it's what truly shifts the dynamics of your relationships and your life. When you focus on transforming yourself from the inside out, you align your energy, your thoughts, and your actions with a higher, more authentic version of who you are. This transformation isn't about changing who you are to meet someone else's expectations or to manipulate a situation. It's about stepping into your fullest potential, embracing growth, and becoming the best version of yourself. When you commit to this inner work, you radiate a new energy that naturally attracts others. It's not about playing games or pretending to be something you're not. It's about becoming so comfortable in your own skin that people are drawn to the energy of your authenticity. As you focus on personal growth, whether that's learning to love yourself, letting go of past pain, or shifting your mindset to one of abundance and self-worth, you begin to reshape your entire reality. This transformation goes beyond surface-level changes like a new appearance or a change in your habits. It's about deep, soul-level shifts that reflect in every area of your life. The more you invest in your inner transformation, the more you align with the energy of confidence, peace, and self-respect. Others feel this energy without you having to say a word, and it creates a magnetic pull. When you raise your own vibration through inner work, you elevate the frequency at which you interact with the world, and those around you can't help but notice. The most significant impact of inner transformation is that it radiates outward. When you change internally, you stop seeking validation or approval from others. Instead, you become a source of your own validation, anchored in the belief that you are enough just as you are. This inner strength and sense of self-worth are incredibly attractive. It creates a sense of peace and security in your relationships because you no longer need anything from the other person to feel whole. People are naturally drawn to those who are secure in themselves, as it creates a feeling of safety and authenticity. Furthermore, when you experience inner transformation, you start to see the world differently. You stop viewing relationships and situations through a lens of lack or desperation. Instead, you approach life from a place of abundance, knowing that you are enough and that you deserve the best. This shift in mindset is contagious. Others begin to feel the positive energy you exude, and they find themselves craving your presence, drawn to the energy of someone who has truly learned to love and honor themselves. Inner transformation is about letting go of old patterns, beliefs, and emotions that no longer serve you. It's about embracing the idea that growth and change are constant and that you are always evolving into the best version of yourself. As you transform internally, you become more magnetic, more confident, and more aligned with your true essence. And this is what leaves a lasting impact on others. Because when you change from within, the energy you bring to the table is undeniable, and people will begin to miss you the moment you're not around. Boundaries and self-respect are the foundation of healthy, meaningful relationships. They are the invisible lines that define how you expect to be treated by others, and they are rooted in your understanding of your own worth. When you have strong boundaries, you communicate clearly with the world around you that you value yourself enough to protect your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. People who have healthy boundaries are able to say no when necessary, to assert their needs without fear of rejection, and to stand up for themselves when they feel disrespected. This sense of self-respect signals to others that you are someone who cannot be easily manipulated or taken advantage of, and this naturally commands respect. When you respect yourself, you become less likely to tolerate mistreatment, and this shift in your behavior begins to shape the way others interact with you. People start to recognize your value and treat you accordingly. This is because boundaries and self-respect serve as a mirror for how others should treat you. The clearer and stronger your boundaries are, the more others will understand that they must respect your needs, desires, and limits. The beautiful thing about boundaries is that they are not just about keeping people at a distance. They're about creating a healthy, balanced space where both parties can thrive. They allow you to maintain your individuality while still being open to connection. The impact of self-respect is even more profound. When you truly respect yourself, you stop seeking approval from others, and that shifts the entire dynamic of your interactions. Instead of trying to please, chase, or win others over, you stand firm in your own value. This can make you incredibly magnetic because when you no longer seek validation from others, they start to value you more. This shift in energy makes you appear confident, self-assured, and authentic, all of which are traits that naturally attract others. People respect those who respect themselves, and they're drawn to individuals who know their worth. Boundaries and self-respect also create emotional space for others to truly appreciate your presence. When you allow someone to see that you're not just available at their whim, they begin to understand your value in a deeper way. This absence of neediness or desperation makes them start to reflect on what they might lose by not nurturing a relationship with you. When you maintain your boundaries and hold yourself in high regard, you become someone people don't want to take for granted. Your absence is felt more acutely, and they begin to miss the energy, the time, and the presence you bring. It's also worth noting that boundaries aren't just about protecting yourself from others. They're also about protecting yourself from your own limiting beliefs or behaviors. When you respect yourself enough to challenge those internal narratives that undermine your worth, you begin to unlock your full potential. This internal shift reflects outwardly, influencing how others perceive and interact with you. You become someone who isn't swayed by external validation, but instead lives in alignment with your true self. This stability in your energy makes others miss your presence when you're not around, because they recognize that the person they're interacting with is no longer seeking approval or playing games. They are simply being themselves, and that is an energy that is irreplaceable. The connection between memory and emotion is one of the most powerful aspects of human experience. Our brains are wired to remember emotionally charged moments much more vividly than neutral ones. This is because emotions are not just feelings, they are physiological states that trigger powerful neural responses in our brain. When we experience something emotionally significant, the brain releases neurotransmitters and hormones such as dopamine and adrenaline, which helps solidify the memory. This emotional intensity ensures that these moments stay with us long after they've passed. The stronger the emotion, the more deeply embedded the memory becomes, making it easier to recall specific details, sounds, smells, and even the energy of the moment. This emotional memory isn't confined to the positive moments of joy and love. Negative emotions like fear, sadness, or anger can also create deeply ingrained memories. The difference lies in how our brain assigns value to the emotion. The brain does not differentiate between positive or negative emotions when it comes to intensity. It simply encodes experiences that are tied to strong emotional states, making them easier to remember. This is why emotional experiences, whether uplifting or painful, have such a profound impact on how we view and interact with others in the future. We remember how someone made us feel, not just what they said or did. It's the emotional charge that lingers long after the event has passed. When it comes to relationships, this connection between emotion and memory is incredibly powerful. When you create a deeply emotional experience for someone, whether through a moment of deep connection, shared laughter, or even a vulnerable exchange, your presence becomes imprinted on their memory. This imprint can make them miss you more than they miss the specific details of your interactions. They will remember how you made them feel, and the emotional connection you establish will persist in their mind. Even in your absence, the emotional memory of you will continue to influence their thoughts and actions. This is why people often find themselves thinking about someone even after a short encounter. They remember the emotional experience they had in your presence, and that memory lingers in their neural pathways. Emotions also have the power to trigger automatic responses in the brain. For example, when someone encounters a familiar emotional trigger, the brain can instantly evoke a memory from the past. This is why, even if you are no longer physically present, someone may find themselves thinking about you or even feeling drawn to you again. Your emotional signature, how you made them feel, can linger long after the actual event has ended. This is also why people often revisit specific memories of someone in a repetitive manner, especially if those memories were tied to intense emotions. The brain doesn't just remember the facts, it remembers the emotional energy that was felt in those moments. Moreover, the impact of emotions on memory can work both consciously and unconsciously. Sometimes people may not even realize why they miss you, why they think about you so often, or why your absence feels so heavy. It's because your emotional energy is embedded in their subconscious memory. The emotional imprint you've left on their brain continues to activate neural circuits, making them replay your interactions and longing for your presence again. This is why emotional connections, when nurtured with authenticity and depth, leave a lasting impact. It's not just the interactions themselves that they miss. It's the emotional experience of being with you that stays with them, and that emotional residue becomes a pull they can't easily ignore. In relationships in life, there is a subtle yet incredibly powerful force that shapes the way we connect with others and how they remember us. It's not just about what we do or even what we say. It's about the energy we carry with us, the emotions we evoke, and the spaces we create for ourselves and others to truly feel. Today we've explored how a single shift in your internal world through emotional energy, frequency, detachment, inner transformation, boundaries, and self-respect can have a profound impact on those around you, especially those you care about. The truth is, emotions are the currency of human connection. The energy we bring into any room or relationship leaves an imprint far deeper than we often realize. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings. They are powerful waves of energy that shape our interactions and the memories others carry with them. When you raise your own emotional frequency, you don't just change the way you feel, you change the way others feel about you long after you've left their presence. And as you shift your frequency, as you step into your power and confidently set boundaries, you begin to attract the type of energy that reflects your true worth, not your fears or insecurities. Detachment, while it may seem counterintuitive, creates the space for genuine connection. When you stop chasing or seeking validation, you begin to naturally draw people closer to you. This isn't because you're playing games, it's because you are so comfortable in your own skin, so deeply aligned with your own sense of value, that others feel that energy and can't help but be intrigued. You've given them the opportunity to miss you, to appreciate your presence, and to recognize your worth in a way that absence makes clear. When you embrace inner transformation, you become a version of yourself that naturally magnetizes those around you. The more you focus on personal growth, the more you shift your energy from a place of need to a place of wholeness. And from that place of inner strength and confidence, you stop attracting from a place of desperation, but rather from a place of abundance. Others are drawn to this unshakable sense of self because they recognize that you are someone who has found peace and power within, and that is magnetic beyond words. Setting healthy boundaries and respecting yourself are the ultimate forms of self-care and self-love. They communicate to the world that you are someone who values yourself enough to protect your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. When you respect yourself, others begin to respect you too. And as your boundaries become more defined, your presence becomes more magnetic, because you are no longer someone who is easily taken for granted. Your absence becomes a void they want to fill, and they begin to miss you not just because of what you gave them, but because of the respect you demanded through your actions. Finally, when we talk about memory and emotion, we are talking about the lasting imprints we leave on each other's hearts. Our brains are wired to remember moments that are deeply emotional, and it's these emotional memories that continue to echo long after we are no longer physically present. It's not the specifics of what was said or done, it's how we made someone feel that lingers, that continues to call them back, that makes them miss us when we are gone. So, to leave someone missing you every day isn't about playing games or pretending to be something you're not. It's about embodying the best version of yourself, shifting your energy, and embracing the power of emotional connection. It's about becoming so deeply rooted in your own worth and transformation that you naturally inspire those around you to reflect, to appreciate, and to miss the energy you bring into their lives. When you do this, you leave an imprint on their heart, and they will carry that with them long after you've left their side.